New data from the Transportation Department shows average airfare is on the decline. In the third quarter of 2023, the average domestic airfare was $368. That's down 6.9% from the quarter before, when it was $392, and down 7.1% from a year prior. The government also says when you account for inflation, prices are down nearly 40% from 1995, the year it started collecting data. For more on airfare and what the year in travel could bring, we turn to Natalie Compton. She's a reporter covering travel for the Washington Post. Natalie, thank you so much for being here. So averages don't mean every ticket is inexpensive, right? As I learned over the holidays trying to go to Tennessee. But why are the averages in decline?
So there are a lot of things that factor into airfare pricing, but some of the most basic reasons why we're seeing things go down is airlines caught up with those pandemic issues that they had with staffing, with supply chain issues. So they've caught up on that end, but really we're seeing decline go down in demand. So airlines have no choice but to reduce some of those prices, and travelers are winning as a result.
And where do airline fees, those pesky fees, where they fit into this picture?
They factor into billions and billions of dollars of revenue for airlines. And unfortunately, most of them aren't going anywhere anytime soon. One delight for travelers is that one of the pandemic gifts that we got was many airlines got rid of their change fees for beyond basic fare. So anything above basic economy, you can change on most airlines still without a fee. However, we are seeing airlines increase some prices on some of the fees that they have. One example is checked bags. So we saw Alaska Airlines just recently increase their checked bag fee by $5, and we're expecting other airlines to do something similar. One way to get around that is signing up for an airline's loyalty card, and that often covers checked bag fees, or just flying Southwest, who doesn't have checked bag fees.
Yes. I had a checked bag fee nightmare, but I'm not going to burden everybody with it. Tell me this. What's the best way to, because I've seen you've written about this, how does one be smart about getting low fares? Because through paying a little attention, you can get lower fares.
Yes, absolutely. Paying attention. That doesn't mean you have to be sitting on your computer or your phone every day and staring at the screen. The best way to do this is to set up price alerts if you have a particular flight in mind that you're going to be going to a wedding in the summer, or you have a certain vacation you have your eye on. Set up price alerts through a site like Google Flights or Skyscanner, Hopper. These sites all have options for you to plug in your dates, where you're going, and you can get an alert in your email when prices are particularly low or have gone down. But if you're looking at anything domestic, you're going to find what experts call a Goldilocks window for finding the best airfare between 1 and 3 months out for your flight if you're flying domestic. International is going to be a little bit of a longer lead time, and even more still if you're flying in peak time. So if you're going to Italy in the summer, you're going to want to start looking for that airfare at least 8 months in advance and setting those price alerts early. Once you see something you like, you can buy it, hope that you don't get that basic economy fare, so you can change it if you see the price drop later and not have a fee for it.
And now I'm thinking about going to Italy in the summer. Let me ask you the final question. Aside from airfare, or maybe including even in airfare, what other kinds of travel trends are you watching this year?
Delightfully, again, we're seeing that car rental prices are also dropping. A lot of things on your trips aren't going to be cheaper, though. So things like the food cost of where you're going, or maybe tours, those things might continue to be expensive going into the new year. But we are seeing lots of flight deals, which is great for travelers. Even places like Mexico are expected to be increasing flight quantities, so you should be able to find more deals going down south, getting some sun, and having a wonderful vacation.
Sounds excellent. Natalie Compton, reporter with the Washington Post. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.